Hello dear doodle traders. Today we will deep dive in one of the most popular and most used indicators in trading world, which is Supertrend. We will backtest almost every usage of the Supertrend to show you the most profitable way of using it. We will understand its basics by using our backtester softwares. We will test its performance objectively with every aspect and find out the most profitable way to use it. If you use Supertrend on your trades but cannot make the profits that you were expecting, then we highly recommend you watch this video because you had never studied Supertrend with this level of detail before. In order to show you the most profitable way, we developed lots of different Supertrend strategy backtesters that you will see very shortly. It doesn't make sense to share all of them with you, but as usual, the backtester of the most profitable Supertrend strategy will be open to your use completely for free. You can find the link to that backtester in the description of this video. You can use it completely for free to test this strategy on your favorite coin and on your favorite time frame. As a result, you will be able to find the most profitable indicator settings and risk reward ratio for you. But first, please make sure you watch this video and make sure you understand how you should use it. You can also use this backtester as a signal creator for your live trades too. Okay, let's give it a start. First, let's understand what a supertrend indicator is, how it works, and what is the mathematical model behind it. Once we understand, we will be able to use this popular indicator with all of its potential. Let's open Supertrend on our chart. Supertrend is a trend following indicator. It is considered as a lagging indicator, which means when it gives you a signal, the trend has already started. It doesn't predict the trend beforehand, but it informs us when the trend starts. Let's understand how it does that. When you open a supertrend on your chart, you will see green and red lines above and below the candles. If the trend is going upwards, then you will see it as a green line below the candles. If the trend is going down, then you will see it as a red line above the candles. A color change from green to red or from red to green is considered as a position opening signal. Supertrend calculates these lines by using ATR, which is abbreviation for average true range. It has two important settings. The first one is the length of the ATR. You can see this as period in some other sources. It comes with a default setting of 10. This value shows us the number of previous candles that ATR is calculated. And the second one is the factor. This value shows us how many ATRs are used in supertrend calculation. It comes with 3 by default. When these values are increased, then the indicator will review the chart with a more macro approach and it will show less number of signals. And if these values decrease, then the chart will be reviewed in a micro approach which will end up with more number of position signals. When it is used on a trending market, it may give you outstanding results. However, when you are in a ranging market, which means when the price is going sideways, then you may experience very unsatisfactory results. For this reason, it is not very often used with its original settings and on its own. But anyhow, since it looks very promising on the screen, let's first test what would happen if we opened a position to Supertrend's every signal. By testing Supertrend on its own, we will also be able to compare the other Supertrend strategies with this one and we will understand if we are improving our success rate or not. Okay, let's open the Supertrend on the backtester. We are on Mana Perpetual 1 hour chart. By the way, Mana is one of the coins that you asked us to trade many times on our Instagram page. So we picked that one to test Supertrend. It was so volatile for the last 6 months, which is a very good thing for trading. Let's see how much money we would make if we opened a position to all of the Supertrend signals during last 6 months. As always, let's go to settings of the backtester and change the contracts to USD first. Since we are on a 1 hour chart, According to our ATR based stop approach, we will use a stop level of 4%. By the way, you can choose to use very different stop loss and take profit levels which suits your style best. This is just an example. We are sure you can find better stop and take profit levels by spending some time on the backtester. Let's test the one-to-one risk and reward ratio result. Our take profit will be a 4%, just like the stop loss level. Now let's change them to 4. Okay. Now let's open the results. As you can see, when we use a one-to-one risk and reward ratio, our success rate is around 53% and the net profit is around 40%. It is not a bad result for 6 months. But let's see if we can achieve better results by changing the strategy settings a little bit. Let's go back to settings and try a 1 to 2 risk and reward ratio. Let's change it to 8, which is going to be 1 to 2. Okay, nope. Both success rate and net profit decreased significantly. So we shouldn't trade with a strategy that has 37% success rate and 23% profit. Okay, let's give it another try and use a very high risk and reward ratio like 1 to 5. Unfortunately, our success rate went further down and we started to lose money. By looking these results, we can at least say that if we are willing to use Supertrend on its own, then we should go for low risk and reward ratios like 1 to 1. It helps us catching small trends, not the big ones. By the way, you can check the results on any coin by yourself too. Okay, now let's take a look at how Doolittle traders would use Supertrend on their trades. Let's remember what we said at the beginning of the video about Supertrend. We said that it generates very high number of false signals, especially on sideways markets. This means even if you make nice profits during trending market, you may lose some or all of it when the market goes back to ranging market dynamics. And this is inevitable. Market will start going sideways sooner or later. We cannot escape from it. So the question is, if there is a way to filter some of these false signals or not. Defining the main trend line and the trading only in line with that direction will filter some of these false signals. We already proved that outcomes of this strategy many times before in our previous videos. For this reason, we would use two super trends at the same time. One of them is used to define the main trend direction by using a long ATR period and a big factor scale, and the other one creates the position signals by using the standard supertrend settings. Now we are opening two different supertrends on our chart and let's see what we are talking about in detail. We will pick one of them and change the settings to define the main trend line. For this purpose, we will use 20 as ATR and 5 as the factor. We are changing the color so that we can easily understand which one is the main trend direction and which one is the signal. We will change the green line to blue and the red one to orange. Okay. From now on, orange and blue lines will show us the main trend direction and we will trade only with the same direction of this main trend. For example, if the main trend line is blue, even if our signal super trend gives us a red signal, we will not open a short position since the main direction is an uptrend. Or similarly, when the main trend direction is orange, like this one here, so we will not go for long even if signal supertrend gives us a green signal. You can see by using this strategy We are eliminating most of the green and false signals coming from Supertrend. Now let's open our backtester, which will open and close the positions exactly with this strategy. Now let's test the strategy with the same risk and reward ratio and see if we are improving our success rate and net profit. First, let's open the settings. We need to change the contracts to USD. Now let's go to stop loss and take profits. Let's go down. They will be 4%, just like the previous super trend on the strategy. We will change the take profit as well. It is a 1-to-1 risk and reward ratio. Now let's check the outcomes. As you can see, our success rate is increased significantly. Net profit didn't seem to change, however, it doesn't matter. The reason behind this is the decreased number of positions. When you take the same number of positions on different coins or on different time frames, when you open and close the same number of positions, your total profit will be much more higher than the previous strategy. Now let's change the risk and reward ratio to 1 to 2. Now we will change the take profit percentages to 8%. And as you can see, our success rate is 44% and net profit is around 38%. For 1 to 2 risk and reward ratio, 44% success rate can be considered as acceptable. Now let's test it with 1 to 5 risk and reward ratio, just like we did on the previous one. Our take profit values will be 20%. Okay. As you can see, the success rate is around 29% and the net profit is around 25%. Since the risk reward ratio is very high, even low success rates can make you some money. As a result, we can see two outcomes from these tests. First one is Supertrend works best with low risk reward ratios. It is good at catching small trends, not the big ones. And the second outcome is using two Supertrend increases your overall trade success significantly. The next strategy that we will test is a Supertrend plus exponential moving average strategy. If you watched our previous strategy test videos, you already know how we are using EMA to identify the main trend direction. We will do the same in here. EMA will be our main trend direction defining indicator. If the price is above our EMA value, then we will consider that there is an uptrend and we will take only long positions with green colored super trend lines. And if the price is below the EMA, then we will consider that there is a downtrend and we will take only short positions with red colored super trend lines. We coded the software for 200 EMA as default, but you can choose to change it to 100 or even 50 to identify the main trend direction. Whichever gives you the best outcome, you can start your trading with that value. Let's change the contracts to USD again. We will use the same risk and reward ratio just like the previous one. Let's change it to 4. And take profit will be 4. Now let's check the results. Okay, even if our success rate is 47%, since our risk reward ratio is so low, it doesn't give any profit at all. Now let's check with 1 to 2 risk and reward ratio. We are changing the take profit value as 8. When we go with 1 to 2 risk and reward ratio, our success rate is 32% and we are making around 8% profit. Now let's check 1 to 5 risk and reward ratio. I will change the take profit to 20. Okay, now our success rate is 26%, but since our risk reward ratio is so high, we can make some money here, but it is still not satisfying. By looking at these results, we can easily say that Supertrend does not get along with exponential moving average so much. These kind of tests show us which indicator works best with which other indicators. That's why testing your strategy is very important. Let's add EMA to our double supertrend strategy and see if it improves the results or not. Let's put the strategy tester on the screen. Okay, let's open the settings. We will change the contracts to USD. Okay, and oops, my bad. I didn't change the stops and take profits. We will set the stops and take profits to 4%, just like the previous ones. As you can see, the success rate is 62%, which is fairly good. But since the number of positions are too low, we are not making significant amount of money. Let's try 1 to 2 risk and reward ratio. Our success rate dropped to 50% and net profit increased to 16%, which is not bad. And lastly, let's check 1 to 5. Nope, it is not profitable at all. Unfortunately, adding exponential moving average to double supertrend does not increase our success either. Now let's add RSI to supertrend and see if they work well together or not. By the way, some careful followers may remember the details of this strategy from our Let's Test It episode 1. Let's check if it beats double supertrend strategy or not. We are making the same settings here. Contracts to USD, and let's change the stop loss and take profit levels to 4%. Okay, our success rate is 56% and the net profit is around 33%, which is not bad at all, but still cannot beat double supertrend strategy. Let's try 1 to 2. Although success rate decreased, our net profit is increased. This is why we are running backtest, by the way, to understand the most profitable way of using this strategy. Let's test 1 to 5. As you can see, Supertrend is not for high risk and reward ratios. It is not making money at all. By checking all of these results, we can say that if you are willing to use Supertrend on your trades, then using double Supertrend strategy will be a wise option for you. Supertrend and RSI was not bad at all, but it still couldn't beat the double Supertrend strategy. Okay, dear Doolittle traders, we hope we could explain Supertrend to you with every aspect. We are leaving the most profitable Supertrend strategies backtester in the description of this video. As you may remember, it was double Supertrend strategy. You can add it to your favorites and use it completely for free, either to get signals for your trades or to further improve the strategy by changing the settings and risk and reward ratio. If you want to use RSI plus Supertrend, then you can go to Let's Test It episode 1 video's description and get that strategy from there too. We hope that this video helps you increase your profitability or at least save you from making some mistakes. See you on the next Doolittle Trader video. Take care. Bye bye.